Like the video.
Every time someone talks about rap beef and who they wish I covered, this Eminem and MGK exchange always pops up. And I haven't listened to either of these songs, if I'm being honest with you, since they dropped. But combined, I just checked this. Together, these two songs have almost 900 million views, okay? MGK's diss has almost 400 million of those. Everybody's always talking about how much he got absolutely annihilated, yet his song got bumped almost 500 million times. How bad was it? So we're going to do a brief history via like one or two articles, or maybe a few if I need some more sources, and then we're going to listen to both of these songs, and we're going to be real. Like, I'm not an MGK fan, and I know Eminem is one of the greatest rappers ever, but I'm not gonna I don't be listening to Eminem, bro. Like I just don't. So I'm gonna approach this with little to no bias and tell you who I actually think made the better diss track.
Man, be serious.
Derapy.
Can I just start by saying it's kind of hard not to side with Eminem in this beef, not because he's the better or more popular rapper, but because this beef started because MGK called Eminem's daughter hot as fuck in a tweet when MGK was like 20 or 21, and Eminem's daughter, Haley, was 16?
Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? The actual tweet reads,
Okay, so I just saw a picture of Eminem's daughter, and I have to say, she is hot as fuck. In the most respectful way possible, because M is king.
that is not the most respectable way possible. The most respectful way possible would be to not talk about somebody's 16-year-old daughter at all, but, you know, okay. Then, 3 years later, you would think, this is now 2015, MGK would be like a little bit older, be a little bit more wise, and would speak on the issue with like a little bit of regretfulness, maybe, some nuance, but rather he says,
Pictures of Haley came out, and I'm like, 20 years old, 21 at the time, and I said, she's beautiful, but all respect due, Eminem is king. What's wrong with that? Is there a...
You did not say beautiful!
Is there a 15-year age gap where I'm a creep for that? I was 21, dog.
This is what he told Hot 97. Can we just take like just a moment here to talk about the fact that I guess there are just a lot of men, young men that don't understand, regardless of what the law is, which should be important, that if you are in your 20s and you think that 15, 16-year-olds are attractive, 17, like that's just not normal. Like you shouldn't, at least in the United States, in my opinion, you should not feel that way. That's not good. You should remember what it was like to be that age. Like, I'm 28 years old. I remember what it was like to be a teenager. I remember what girls I thought was hot. But now I look at teenagers and my mind goes immediately to, that's a child. It's not illegal to be like, oh, that's a pretty young lady, you know? It is weird to say that somebody is hot when they are like 15, 16 years old and you are in your 20s, 30s. Drake, it's weird. So in 2012, he says that Eminem's teenage daughter is hot. In 2015, he kind of doubles down on it, which is kind of insane. And then in 2017, on a freestyle, he says, I'm my favorite rapper alive since my favorite rapper banned me from Shade 45. Now, Shade 45 apparently is like this radio station that Eminem has a lot of involvement or influence on. MGK is saying that Eminem made a call, said that he shouldn't be on the show. That's fine to me. If I run the Derapy podcast network and somebody is like, Derek's daughter is hot and I have a 15-year-old daughter and that person is in their 20s and then they want to show up as a guest on one of the podcasts on the Derapy podcast network, I'd be like, don't let that whack-ass motherfucker on. He thinks my kid daughter is hot. Fuck him. That's like totally appropriate. I completely side with Eminem in this. Like, whatever. Now, there's some stuff that happens between 2015 and 2018 that involves G-Eazy and Halsey and hairstyles and relationship gossip, and I just don't care about that stuff.
We do not care.
In 2018, I remember this because Eminem released that album, Kamikaze, and the song with the MGK diss in it was arguably my favorite song on that album. It was produced by Tay Keith, who I went to school with, by the way. I don't know why I felt the need to include that, but it's just a fun little bit of trivia. We're going to play this portion of Not Alike with the MGK diss, and I would just like to remind you that it's a good time to like the video, because this is the part where the video gets copyright claimed and YouTube does not pay us for this video, but I don't care about that because I want to have the best show possible. Let's listen to this diss.
He wants to keep up his tough demeanor, so he does a feature, decides to team up with Nina. But next time you don't gotta use Tech 9 if you wanna come at me with a submachine gun.
I'm already scared. I miss Eminem being a part of Rap Beef. I wish that somebody would have dissed Eminem so he could have gotten involved. It's really funny how this whole Big Three conversation happens and nobody mentions Eminem not once. Like, I wonder if he took note of that. I'm sure that he did. I'm sure Eminem thinks that throughout the 2010s he was putting out albums. I'm sure he still thought he was at the top of the game, but somehow he's been pushed aside for the Pipsqueak,
The disrespect.
the Diddler,
Wow.
and Bicycle Boy.
That's good.
I don't know how this happened.
I like Bicycle Boy.
I don't mean any of that. Actually, I mean at least 1.5 of those things. But the point is, listen to the anger that is coming from Eminem in this diss, and just tell me that he doesn't belong in the conversation.
If you wanna come at me with a submachine gun, and I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck you are, Kelly. I don't use sublims, and sure as fuck don't sneak this, but keep commenting on my daughter, Haley. I keep on telling motherfuckers, but just in case you forgot, really, you need your memory jarred like strawberry or pineapple, apricot jelly. I respawn really, but this time shady, about to sound off like a fucking cock. Send me Glock to me, God, let me put a fucking silencer on this little non-threatening blonde, very cornball, taking shots at me. You're not ready, fool, break yourself like Rocksteady crew. Obviously, I'm not getting through. We can get it poppin' like Red and Rock, letting off like Remy Ma, heavy artillery. Weak Godzilla, harsh with a hard shell, but a motherfucking heart bigger than Bazaar's belly. Only time you'll ever say I lost, you'll be talking about Fetty Wap, better call Diddy. Just to try to get me off, and you better hope I don't call trick bits. This shit don't fly in our city. Punk, you don't disrespect OGs, RP Prodigy.
Look, I'm sorry, man. I really started this episode talking about how I don't even listen to Eminem like that, and now I'm sitting here like absolutely spazzing out listening to Not Alike. This shit goes so hard. First he says, but next time you don't got to use Tech 9 if you want to come at me with a Machine Gun Kelly, sub like subliminal diss. Tech 9 with the feature that Machine Gun was on with Tech 9 is also a gun. It's crazy. I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck you are, Kelly, Machine Gun Kelly's name, but he's also referring to him as like R. Kelly because he was talking about Eminem's underage daughter. It's insane. Like, and I just love how Eminem is like so incredibly direct, so not wasting a single bar here. Keep commenting on my daughter, Haley. I keep on telling motherfuckers, but just in case you forgot, really, and need memories jarred like strawberry or pineapple apricot jelly. The flow is insane, by the way. Like, I don't know if this is your first time listening to Eminem. It obviously isn't if you're like a fan of the show or the channel or a fan of rap music in general, but like, this is like, I'm not going to say peak Eminem because I don't listen to him enough to like make that declaration, but like the flow here is crazy. I just wish that Eminem was like generally more inspired to go directly at people, because I feel like that's when he's at his best, is when he's pissed. He calls him a non-threatening blonde fairy cornball. Also, Eminem is like not incapable of occasionally spitting corny bars, but I will say, only time you'll ever say I lost, you'll be talking about Fetty Wap, better called it. Like that's funny. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I did not know that MGK was signed to Bad Boy Records, which is Diddy's label, which is, you know, that's just a diss in itself, just being informed of that. And I don't know how many more disses or subliminals are at the end of this verse, but I just want to play a bit of it for you just because it just goes so hard. And I feel like if I'm getting claimed on the video anyways, we might as well appreciate the good music while we're here, and then we will move on to Rap Devil.
Respect OGs, RP Prodigy. Soldier my soul in and told him the moment he saw me that I'd be the most hated, though made it so that there's no shame, it's okay to own it, cause life is a bitch, he's a bow-legged hoe, but now those days are over. I Harvey Weinstein, a bathrobe hanging over, my code name is Groper, I roleplay with lotion, I fucked on the world and I fuck rated Trojan. All later hoes and with homemade explosives, I blow 80 holes and you don't make me go in. I OJ the flows and I'm insult to injury, roll to Goldman, I'm throw spraying Motron, I throw it in the cold as they both later choking, my whole plate is soaking, the double-edged sword, cause both ways I poke and I stick and I turn and I rotating motion.
Who hears this and they're like, yeah, I would like to enter a rap competition with this guy? That's crazy. Imagine getting dissed on that song, hearing the rest of that verse right after what we just listened to, and being like, guys, I think I can take him. No, you can't. But we're going to give MGK a fair shake. I have not listened to this song in who knows how long. So let's listen to MGK's official response to Eminem. The entire track is a diss track. Like this man is locked in the studio, pen in hand, ready to go at one of the GOATs. So here is Rap Devil by MGK, released through World Star Hip Hop of all places.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
Hey, somebody grab him some clippers. His fucking beard is weird. Tough talk from a rapper paying millions for security a year. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, you right. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic.
Beat is good. Flow is confident. The delivery is fine, but there are no disses here so far. His beard is weird. He's a tough talking rapper, but he pays millions for security. Eminem is an extremely famous person. It doesn't matter how tough you think you are. If you're being swarmed by hundreds of people when you go out in public, I think it's important to have some level of security. These are not real disses. This is not a good way to start this track at all. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic.
What you yelling at the mic?
He's a rapper? What do you mean? Should he rap more softly for you? I haven't listened to this in a while, so like all of this is like coming in almost new to me, and it's not good so far.
Studio yelling at the mic. You sober and bored, huh? I know. I'm about to be 46 years old, dog. Talking about I'ma call up Trick. Man, you sound like a bitch. Man up to handle your shit. You mad about something I said in 2012? Took you 6 years and a surprise album just to come with a diss? Homie, we get it. We know that you're the greatest rapper alive. Fucking dweeb, all you do is read the dictionary and stay inside. Fuck rap god, I'm the rap devil. Coming barefaced with a black shovel like the Armageddon. When the smoke settle, his body next to this instrumental, I'm saying.
Okay, I want to give MGK credit from the jump here, because this is a very high-risk, high-reward move. You have everything to gain, but also so much to lose. But the execution, at the end of the day, is just not good. Trick, you sound like a bitch. Is the diss to just call Eminem the B word? Also, this whole, why are you mad about something I said 6 years ago? Because this was released in 2018. He originally said that Eminem's daughter was hot in 2012. It's not a good argument. It's not a good defense for anything. It's like, how could you be upset about this thing that I did so long ago? Why did it take you so long to respond? Maybe Eminem is a busy guy and he literally doesn't know who you are or what you're doing. It is possible that he actually found out way later. But even if he found out at the time and chose not to say anything about it, it doesn't make it any less gross. I just found out that you did it right now, like today, like 12 years later. And it's still gross. And that's that man's daughter. Then he calls Eminem a dweeb who stays inside and reads the dictionary. Where is the diss? When does the diss track start?
I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully, I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it.
Your sweatsuits are lame, your hats are silly, you're rich and you're upset about it. And that annoys me. Both of us are single dads, let's have a conversation. This diss so far is one of the worst. Why did people hype this up at the time? Maybe it was just the fact that it was surprising, but so far there is nothing here. Like there's nothing going on.
Size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Let's talk about the fact you actually blackball a rapper that's twice as young as you. Let's call Sway, ask why I can't go up to Shape 45 because of you. Let's ask Interscope how you had Paul Rosenberg trying to shelf me. Still can't cover up the fact your last 4 albums as bad as your selfie. Now tell me, what do you stand for? I know you can't stand yourself. Trying to be the old you so bad you stand yourself. Let's leave all the beef in the 50. Please. You're pushing 50. Why you claiming I'ma call Puff when you the one that called Diddy? Facts. Then you went and called Jimmy. Facts. The coppers called me in the morning. They told me you mad about a tweet tweet. You wanted me to say sorry.
Wait, this is still about the tweet? Okay, so let's just get through this whole, your last 4 albums are as bad as your selfie. I'm not even gonna go into that, okay? MGK didn't like Eminem's last 4 albums. Okay.
I don't even know if we'd listen to those.
Fine. And Eminem's not good at taking selfies.
Bro, I'm not good at taking selfies.
Then he's bringing up the, he can't go on Shade 45. Dog, there's gotta be, like, other places, other platforms where you can, like, go and show off your rap skill. Like, you're talking about Eminem being upset over something that he actually should be upset about. But you're upset because he didn't apparently let you go on one radio show. Okay, let it go. Now, there is one good diss I found. I had to dig really hard for it, but so far we do have I Know You Can't Stand Yourself, trying to be the old you so bad you stand yourself. That's actually a good bar. And Eminem actually does have a problem. He can't escape Slim Shady. Like, he is, even to this day, in 2024, he's releasing another album about Slim Shady and how he's killing his alter ego, and all the promotion is him talking to his younger self. Like,
It's a little cringe.
dude, let it go. Please. All these raps about, like, how people are trying to cancel you. Dog, nobody cares, okay? No one's even who's even talking about Eminem, like, seriously, in 2024. So, him saying this in 2018, like, you can't let go of the old you stand yourself, like, that's actually a great bar. But if it's the only good diss that we have so far, is it really great? Now, here's something that I do want to look at. Let's leave all the beef in the 50. That's funny because, you know, M and 50 are tight, but 50 Cent is notoriously very good at trolling and beefing with people. But all this, why you claiming that I'm a call Puff when you the one that called Diddy, then you went and called Jimmy? Let's look into this and see exactly what that means, because it's one thing for Eminem to be like, hey, don't let him on this station. That's fine, whatever. That's one thing. I don't want to believe that Eminem called like 2, 3, 4, 5 different people being like, I hate MGK. He tweeted about my daughter. Meh, meh, meh. Like, I get it. It's annoying. It's bad. It's gross. But did Eminem actually really go out of his way to kill this man's career behind the scenes before he actually dropped a rap song? Because that's not a good look. Here's the thing. I can't find any hard evidence of Eminem reaching out to Diddy directly to, like, impede on MGK's career. But Jimmy, who's also referenced, Jimmy Levine, he's the co-founder of Intercourse. What? Why did I say Intercourse? Interscope Records. So if it is true that Eminem reached out to these two people about how much MGK bothered him, that's soft, that's lame. But is it really harmful to Eminem's career and reputation? I don't think so. I've never heard anybody else talk about that after this song happened. So history would tell us, with the benefit of hindsight, that these bars had no impact. Therefore, we have approximately one good diss so far from MGK in this song. Let's continue.
You wanted me to say sorry. I swear to God, I ain't believe him. Please say it ain't so. The big bad bully of the rap game can't take a fucking joke. Oh, you want some fucking smoke, but not literally, you'll choke. Yeah, I'll acknowledge you're the dope, but I'm the gunner, bitch, I got you in the scope. Don't have a heart attack now. Somebody help your mans up. Knees weak or old age. The real Slim Shady can't stand up.
Okay, I kind of hate this. I'm not going to lie. So if Eminem asks for an apology, I can agree that's kind of lame. MGK clearly doesn't respect you or your daughter. That's fine. You just gotta like accept that, you know? Like, there are a lot of people in the world. Some of them are jerks. Some of them are gross. Like, if Eminem was calling around trying to ask for an apology or keep him down, it's kind of lame, but whatever, right? I think it's kind of weird that MGK is like, we're two single dads from the Midwest, so the two of us should be able to talk about it. But also, like, wouldn't you also understand why it's weird since you have a daughter of your own, especially like in the future? But whatever. And the also the tripling down on the whole your teenage daughter is hot thing now by calling it a joke.
What's the joke?
Well, why didn't you say that years ago? especially if Eminem is behind the scenes trying to like ruin your career. If I find out that Eminem is going out of his way to tear me down, I'm going to come out and be like, yeah, guys, I didn't mean that. I was a stupid kid. I have respect for Eminem, especially as somebody that like has a daughter that they're raising now or a son. I don't know who MGK's child is, but like just come out and say you were being weird. You didn't really mean it. Like it's just not that big of a deal. It's just crazy that we're still talking about this. Well, I'm still talking about it, but also, can we please stop complimenting people in the diss tracks? This whole like I'll acknowledge you're the GOAT is awful. I will say the real Slim Shady can't stand up, like knees weak, like the song. I get it. Old Slim Shady can't stand up. Like that's good. That's good. I like that. I'm trying to give credit where I can. There's just not that much here. But let's skip the chorus and let's hit verse 3 and see if this gets any better. I'm so ready to get to Killshot.
Size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Hello, Marshall. My name's Colson. You should go back to recovery. I know your ego is hurting just knowing that all of your fans discovered me. He like, damn, he a younger me. Except he dresses better and I'm ugly. Always making fun of me. Stop all the thuggery, Marshall. You living in luxury. Hey, look what you done to me. Dropped an album just because of me. Damn, you in love with me. You got money, but I'm hungry. I like it this, but you won't say them lyrics out in front of me. Shout out to every rapper that's up under me. Know that I'll never do you like this fuckery. Still bitter after everyone loves you. Pull that wedgie out your dungarees. I gotta respect the OGs, and I know most of them personally. But you just a bully acting like a baby, so I gotta read you a nursery. I'm the ghost of the future, and you just Ebenezer Scrooge. I said I'm flex, anyone can get it. I ain't know it would be you.
All right, pack it up.
Yeah, I'm done listening to this song. I'm sorry. Dude lost me at the Soulja Boy. I can't do it anymore. Hello, Marshall. My name's Colson. You should go back to recovery. Phew. What is this? I know your ego's hurting. Knowing that all your fans discovered me, like, come on, bro. Like, Eminem is not hurt over the fact that you dissed him, and his fans are now, unfortunately, aware of you. He says, he like, damn, he a younger me, except he dresses better, and I'm ugly, always making fun of me. Dude's actually over here flexing that he dresses better than Eminem. Eminem has so much money, it's stupid. One time I looked at Eminem's house on Instagram accidentally, and I got so angry, I stopped using the app for weeks. Like, Eminem is like stupid rich. He does not care about you, MGK. Y'all really got me over here glazing Eminem. Like, I don't even like Eminem that much. Like, I just don't really listen to him all that much. But somehow, has anybody's diss track ever been so bad it's actually made you like the person they're dissing more? The hard part 6. This whole, like, stop acting like a thug, you're extremely rich. It kind of comes off as, like, jealousy. It just comes off as somebody that doesn't really have all that much to say. Like, how are you trying to diss somebody by talking about how much money they have? What? There's no nuance or self-awareness to these lyrics at all whatsoever. Shout out to every rapper that's up under me. I can't name 5 rappers that are less relevant than Machine Gun Kelly. And these rhymes are just so surface level, so lame. You're just a bully acting like a baby, so I gotta read you a nursery. I'm the ghost of the future, and you're just Ebenezer Scrooge. I said on flex, anyone could get it. I know it would be you. It's lame. It's a lame song. Okay, actually, I really did want to be done with this, but we actually get a bridge from Machine Gun Kelly, and I want you to listen to it only because Eminem is going to mock it on his response. And it is really silly when you think about it.
We can get gully, I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Hey, ride a shotty cause I got a road that's dope. It's a fast road when your idols become your rivals. Yeah. Never hesitate to say it to your face. I'm an asshole.
Oh my God,
motherfucker.
There's just so many funny things about this bridge. First of all, it's a fast road when your idols become your rivals. Bro, you are not. Eminem is not your rival. You were nowhere near his level. I can't believe I'm over here glazing Eminem just because I'm actually so annoyed when your idols become your rivals. Dog, like, bro, be so for real right now. Then we have oh my God, Ronnie, you are not writing anyone's eulogy. You were not putting somebody in the dirt. You were not killing somebody with the oh my God, Ronnie. That is not striking fear in anybody. And then I just love before verse 4 starts, you hear that bitch ass motherfucker Kells. I could just feel Machine Gun Kelly trying to hype himself up for this last verse. It's just funny, dude. I got tears in my eyes reading this back. Oh my God, Ronnie. Dude, that you gotta cut the producer tag out and this whole like, I'm so mad, this bitch ass motherfucker. Oh my goodness. I don't have anything written for this portion. I have nothing scripted. I just think it's silly. I'm just imagining. You have to think when you're writing a diss track on somebody, how they're going to literally react upon actually hearing it, okay? Drake going on Instagram and posting about how he's laughing listening to Meet the Grams because he doesn't actually have a fake daughter. I could actually see that being real. But I can only imagine what it must have been like for Drake to hear Dear Adonis or Dear Sandra. That shit must have sucked. Listening to Not Like Us must have sucked, okay? But I also imagine Kendrick listening to The Heart Part 6 and being like, yeah, I think we're done. I think we can wrap it up. You really have to imagine how the person you're dissing is going to react to what you're saying. And could you... I would drain my bank account to see the look on Marshall Mathers' face when he hears Machine Gun Kelly say, when your idols become your rivals. Get the fuck out. When your idols become your rivals. Okay, so we're not going to actually listen to the fourth verse because I just can't be bothered anymore. If I had to rate this diss track on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a strong 2 to a light 3 because there are probably like 1 or 2 actual shots in here. I appreciate the effort. The beat's fine. I could have gone with 1 less oh my God Ronnie's. But the flow isn't like incredible. There's really no flow switches. The energy is good. The delivery is fine. The bars are not it. If I'm Eminem, this means nothing to me. It's just kind of annoying. In the fourth verse, we get, we know you get nervous, Rabbit. I see Mama Spaghetti all over your sweater. Like, who is this hurting? I wish you would lose yourself on the records. Get it? All right, I get it! Because the song, You're Soft as a Feather, the type that's scared to ask Rihanna for her number, just hold her umbrella, Ella.
Bro, what is this man talking about?
There is a part where he's like, I'm not okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch. He's just making fun of his voice, and then he talks about how Eminem is going out of his way to take food off of like MGK's child's table. Then he talks about how MGK is 6'4" while Eminem is only 5'8". Hey, we got some we got some height disses. This is just a prelude for things to come. I just want to feed my daughter. You trying to stop the money that supports her. Like, yeah, Eminem doesn't want your child to eat. And then he finishes off by saying, I'm writing your eulogy, and I made it here without Dre producing me. This does nothing for me. Not a good diss. It's a 3 at best. Like, if you really, really overglazed it, you could call it like a light 4. It's not a good diss. Let's move on to Kill Shot. This sucks.
3.
You sound like a bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. I've never paused a song that early. Bro, the way he said shut the fuck up is just so funny to me. I'm sorry. Let me just start this song off.
You sound like a bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Your fans become your haters.
You done?
Weird's weird.
All right.
Yelling at the mic. Weird.
Doing this once.
Weird's weird. Why you yelling at the mic?
This diss is already great because it immediately lets you know Eminem listened very intently to MGK's diss. He's going to address all of it. He's already getting on him for trying to insult Eminem's beard, which is ridiculous. The second line of the song being shut the fuck up is just so funny to me. He sounds actually angry, which I just love. And I mentioned earlier, like, I don't know why MGK thought it was a good diss to say that Eminem was yelling at the mic. Like, what is that? I don't understand the actual diss, but let's actually get into the verse. I'm so excited for this.
Rihanna just hit me on a text. Last night I left hickeys on her neck. Wait, You just diss me, I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line, compliment me on the next. Damn, I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Was watching 8 Mile, I'm on auto track. Realized I forgot to call you back. Here's that autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on a starter cap. Stand, son, listen, man, dad isn't mad, but how you gonna name yourself after a damn gun and have a man bun? Giant smoke, eyes open, undeniable, supplying smoke, got the fire stoked. Say you got me in a scope, but you grazed me. I say one called it in a scope, and you Swayze.
MGK says that Eminem's the type of guy that would be nervous to ask Rihanna for a number. Bro starts the song by saying he left hickeys on her neck. Just unhinged Eminem behavior, and I appreciate it. It's very on brand. It's very direct. Also, wait, you just diss me? I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line. Compliment me in the next. First of all, love the flow. Secondly, what is up with that? That's the exact same thing that I said. Why are you complimenting this man in a diss track? It makes no sense. It is also crazy to threaten somebody, talk about putting them in white chalk, about how you're going to box them up while you're like eating cereal and have a man bun in the Rap Devil music video. He's calling him Stan, basically, that MGK is a super fan, and then immediately flow switches. Already better than MGK's flow. The Giants woke, eyes open, undeniable, supplying smoke, got the fire stoked. Say you, I am not Eminem. Say you got me in a scope, but you grazed me. I say one call to enter scope and you're Swayze. It's just so fascinating how quickly you can tell that one person is just simply far more talented than the other. Like, we aren't even halfway through, I think, the first verse, and it's already so clear the gap that we're seeing.
We're watching a man become an Eminem fan in real time.
I say one called it in a scope and you Swayze. Your reply got the crowd yelling woo. So before you die, let's see who can out petty who with your corny lines. Slim your roll out Kelly, ooh, but I'm 45 and I'm still outselling you. By 29, I had 3 albums that it blew. Now let's talk about something I don't really do. Go in someone's daughter's mouth stealing food, but you're a fucking molehill. Now I'ma make a mountain out of you. Ho, chill, acting like you put the chrome barrel to my bone marrow. Gonna bitch, you ain't a bow and arrow. Say you run up on me like a phone bill, spraying lead, playing dead. That's the only time you hold still. Are you eating cereal or oatmeal? What the fuck's in the bowl, milk? Wheaties or Cheerios? Cause I'm taking a shit in them, Kelly. I need reading material. Dictionary.
A lot of MGK's diss was calling Eminem old. Eminem says, I don't care. I'm actually better than you. And I think that's a pretty good argument, honestly. Eminem continues by saying, oh yeah, and by the way, when I was your age, I was also better than you, which, wow, that's actually a pretty great point also. I also can't emphasize enough how it feels like Eminem is addressing almost every single bar that MGK spit, regardless of whether it was actually good or not, which just goes to show even further how bad MGK's diss was, but also how personally Eminem took it, regardless of it not even being all that good. He's like, oh, you say that you're a gunner. You're not even a bow and arrow. And then he says, he even talks about the video where MGK is like walking around eating a bowl of something. And Eminem is like, yeah, what are you eating? Cereal? Oatmeal? Why are you doing that? That's weird. You're weird. This is not close so far. And he even addresses the
dictionary. Yo, Slim, your last 4 albums suck. Go back to recovery. Oh, shoot, that was 3 albums ago. What do you know? Oops. Know your facts before you come at me, little goof. Luxury, oh, you broke bitch. Yeah, I had enough money in '02 to burn it in front of you, ho. Younger me, no, you'd have whacked me. It's funny, but so true. I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you.
I'm not, that's just mean, first of all. Dude's like, I'd rather be on my deathbed right now than be you in your, like, physical prime. I've never heard an insult like that before. Let's disregard the whole MGK, like, mixing up the order or whatever when it comes to Eminem's actual discography, but I just love the fact that he flips the whole, like, yeah, I am rich and you're broke, so... It was always weird to me that MGK was trying to use Eminem's financial security against him. He's like, why are you complaining all the time? Why are you upset? Why do you have so much security? Like, you're extremely rich. And Eminem's like, you know what? I am rich, and you're actually broke. Brokey! I don't understand how anybody thinks that, like, this is a real competition here. Also, there's no hook, which I appreciate. Generally speaking, diss tracks shouldn't have hooks unless they're going to be as catchy as Not Like Us. That's like the only exception.
Till I'm hitting old age, still can fill a whole page with a 10-year-old's rage. Got more fans than you in your own city, little kitty, go play. Feel like I'm babysitting Lil Tay. Got the ditty okay, so you spent your whole day shooting a video just to fucking dig your own grave. Got you at your own wake, I'm the Billy Goat. You ain't never made a list, next to no Biggie, no Jay, next to Taylor Swift. And that Iggy Ho, you about to really blow, Kelly. They'll be putting your name next to Cha, next to Benzino. Die, motherfucker, like the last motherfucker saying Haley in vain, alien brain. Satanist, my biggest flops are your greatest hits. The game's mine again and ain't nothing changed but the lock. So before I slay this bitch, I'm gonna give Jade a kiss.
Eminem is not impressed by MGK at all. This is one of those times when somebody says they have more fans than you in your own city and you don't have to fact check it. You just know it's true. Also, the line, got the ditty okay, so you spent your whole day shoot a video just to fucking dig your own grave.
Nah, that motherfucker slide.
That's my favorite bar so far. It's so funny. Dude really got the okay just to shoot the video. He's literally digging in the video, but it's for him and not him. Wow! Then Eminem reminds him he's better in every way. He compares himself to legends like Biggie and Jay-Z, while MGK is on a list with that Iggy Ho.
No disrespect.
And Taylor Swift. This line, obviously, part of it didn't age well because Taylor Swift is arguably bigger than Eminem right now, but that's besides the point. Eminem is not nice. He also mentions other people he's destroyed, like Ja and Benzino, before just straight up yelling, die? Die! Which is pretty wild and honestly legitimately caught me off guard. Also, my biggest flops are your greatest hits is not only an objective truth, but once again, just a really rude thing to say. I remember this bar from Drake way back in the day where he said, your best day is my worst day. And my brother and I used to laugh about that all the time. Just like, I bet Drake's had some pretty bad days. And I imagine that like some of my days are probably better than like Drake's worst days. Like if you really think about the worst things that have ever happened to Drake, like you probably had days better than that if we're being all the way for real. But anyways, Eminem saying that like literally the album that everybody hated the absolute most is still better than literally the most successful day of your life is pretty cold. Just reminding MGK just how beneath Eminem he actually is. Like, what are we even doing here?
I'm gonna give Jade a kiss. Gotta wake up Labor Day to this. Being rich shamed by some prick using my name for clickbait in a state of bliss. Cause I said his goddamn name. Now I got a cock back aim. Yeah, bitch, pop champagne to this. It's your moment. This is it. As big as you're gonna get, so enjoy it. Had to give you a career to destroy it. Lethal injection, go to sleep 6 feet deep. I give you a beat for the effort, but if I was 3'11", you look up to me, and for the record, you would suck a dick to fucking be me for a second. Lick a ball sack to get on my channel. Give your life to be a solidified. This motherfucking shit is like Rambo when he's out of bullets. So what good is a fucking machine gun when it's out of ammo?
This is the part of the song where I say, I think that Eminem might just be better at rapping than MGK.
No way.
There's really only one explanation for MGK dissing Eminem at all when you really think about it. Like, it has to be for clickbait, for clout, for attention, to maybe like scrape a couple of fans off of Eminem who put out a couple of albums that weren't received all that well before this diss. Because when you really listen to these tracks back to back, Rap Devil and then Kill Shot, you're like, this isn't even close. These people are not on the same level. Like, why is this happening? That's what I keep thinking every time I look for a good place to pause. I'm just thinking to myself, I just heard what preceded this, and this is not, there is no part of MGK's diss that was better than pretty much any part of this diss. Eminem slowing down to say, this is your moment. This is as big as you're gonna get. Enjoy it. Had to give you a career to destroy it. Like, to me, that is kind of like the pinnacle of this song. I was thinking earlier about why MGK has so many views on his diss, and the simple answer is, it's an Eminem diss. Somebody actually that was, I guess, relatively somewhat a little bit popular, that is also white and a rapper, and was also like in this sphere of people that were being compared to Eminem, G-Eazy, and, you know, talking about Halsey and these, like, MGK for a moment thought that he was on a certain level. And this song is really simply putting him back in his place. Eminem taking on the role of a professor to give MGK a B for effort is pretty funny, and then goes on to immediately say, Even if I was 3'11", you would look up to me. So every single little thing that MGK mentions, Eminem addresses directly. And he says that even if I was 3'11", you would still look up to me, and you would perform just to get on my level. And the line about Rambo but being out of bullets is just pretty cool. It's a pretty cool way to end the segment there. What's a machine gun with no ammo? I mean, come on!
Had enough of this tatted up mumble rapper. How the fucking him and I battle? He'll have to fuck him in my flannel. I'll give him my sandals, cause he knows long as I'm shady, he's gonna have to live in my shadow. Exhausting, letting off on my offspring like a gun barrel, bitch get off me. You dance around it like a sombrero, we can all see you're fucking salty, cause young Gerald's balls deep inside a Halsey. Your red sweater, your black leather, you dress better, I rap better. That a death threater, a love letter. Little white toothpick thinks it's over a pick. I just don't like you, prick, thanks for dissing me. Now I had an excuse on the mic to write, not a light. But really I don't care who's on the right, but you're losing the fight you pick. Who else won it? Kells, attempt fails, button L's, fucking nails in these coffins as soft as cottonelle. Kill shot, I will not fail. I'm with the doc still, but this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kells, the day you put out a hits, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out, they got pot kill.
It's so clear that Eminem is just using this as practice. Like, even though he's seriously offended by MGK comparing himself to Eminem, I don't think Eminem was actually bothered that there was even a chance. That he's already celebrating the victory in the middle of the response. But I mean, honestly, if you just listen to these songs back to back, it's pretty clear. I like your red sweater, your black leather, you dress better, I rap better. Is that a death threat or a love letter? The way it's delivered, it's so clear and succinct, and it's really truly the thesis of the song. Like, I'm better than you at everything that actually matters. I also like where he said, I just don't like you. And I think that we need more of that in diss tracks. Like Kendrick saying, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you dress. Eminem is kind of like, this isn't about anything in particular. I just don't actually like you as a person. I also like the flow where he's like, who else wanted Kells? Attempt fails. Button L's. That shit is dope. Guys, I think I'm an Eminem fan. I think I am a Eminem fan, and I am ready to argue with people about how he should be in the GOAT conversation and why it's kind of weird that when it came to the big three, nobody even mentioned him at all, as if he didn't release any albums in the 2010s. But hey, people were saying that the albums weren't all that good. They were well beneath his standard. So I need to go back and listen to what Eminem's been doing the past 10 years, and maybe I'll do some type of follow-up to see what everybody was so disappointed in. But let's go ahead and finish out this song because it's a good song.
Put the hit out, they got pot kill. I'm sick of you being whack and still using that motherfucking auto-tune, so let's talk about it. I'm sick of your mumble rap mouth, need to get the cock about it before we can even talk about it. I'm sick of your blonde hair and earrings just cause you look in the mirror and think that you're Marshall Mathers. Don't mean you are and you're not about it, so just leave my dick in your mouth and keep my daughter outie. You fucking... Oh. And I'm just playing, Diddy. You know I love you.
Eminem does not, in fact, love Diddy.
Killshot is like a decent to strong 9 as far as diss tracks go. In order for it to be perfect, it'd have to be against an actually formidable opponent. This wasn't Hit 'Em Up. It wasn't Euphoria or Not Like Us. It wasn't the story of Adidon. It was basically flawless in its execution and left MGK speechless, though. He wouldn't ever respond to this, despite most people thinking he lost. There are a few who believe his song was actually better and his diss was better, and to those people...
He just didn't script anything here.
You're wrong. I don't know what else to tell you. If you know these people, you can love them, but you can't trust them, okay? They don't know what they're talking about. They are not a good judgment of... They don't know how to judge music or rap or disses or anything. I'm sorry. It just couldn't be me. The battle was not close, and the proof of it is the last 43 minutes and 45 seconds. So this video is not monetized because I needed you to hear the songs. If you want to support the show, consider becoming a member for $1 so you can join the Derapy Discord and get exclusive posts, or support my editor directly via Cash App and Venmo. Links in the description or in the pinned comment. Please comment your favorite bars from either song, and if people think MGK won, Why? Why? Why was that a thing ever? Lastly, consider joining our certified Derapy membership tier for $5 and getting a shout out like this.
Shout out to Johnny Car Wash, Trey Benoit, Jordan, On the Hunt Productions, Frame Rate, DC, Massina, Emma McCoy, Agony, Rich Mix, Nate Rubin, Stout Shakeout, Cuts by Reggie, _Zeus, Whiskey, A Dizzle, Venomous, Blackjack Gaming, RB Livius, Light Brown Recluse, Jackson Toro, Arkeo, Matt Mahoric, Air Wallace, Luis Sanchez, Simply Vibin', Awesome Amy, Logan Stratus, Blue Clips SA, Juice, Red, Voxel, Phalix, Nora the Explorer, Sarah, Nominus, Genevieve, Evermore, the absolute fucking worst, and Greenberg 305.
Love you, mean it.
Enjoy the outro.
Can't even function, no nothing, I don't know nothing. I get too happy for money, don't wanna bag me for money. I put them hundreds all over my face, now I got acne for money. I got it all in my bank. I treat that shit like it's nothing. I treat that shit like it's nothing. I turn that nothing to something. I put in bands on my face. That won't make a man go away. She put her hands on my waist, but he's still standing in place. Yeah, I wish I had more voices in my head to counteract you. I think that's why I have to sing about